This is a Global Player original podcast.
Hello?
Hello, Nickers.
Who's this?
It's me. Speak again. You sound dead weird. I don't know if it's just because I'm in a different place, or you really sound like you're like 10 miles away from the microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, that's better. See, what were you doing?
Well, I'm right. I'm like 6 inches away from the microphone. It's the equipment, Carol. I've failed to organise my settings.
Well, no, now you've gone back to being like 10 years away.
Well, that's ridiculous. I mean, I can't talk to you like this because, I mean, my nose is literally touching the microphone now.
Well, you got that big ball on it. That's why. Take that stupid big ball off it.
All right. Well, let's see what this does. Wait a minute. Oh, God. Right. Is that better?
No. No, it's not. No, it isn't. You still sound like you haven't got a microphone there, like you're speaking into the computer. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe it always sounds like that, and maybe it's just because I'm on a different computer or something. I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yeah, but it doesn't sound like you're recording like you're in the podcast. Sounds like you're in another country room.
Oh, God, wouldn't that be marvellous to be in another country? I can only dream of being in another country. Yeah,
I want to go back to that other country. I'm in London and it stinks. I hate it.
I'm going to follow you, and if I can't get a seat, I'm going to load myself in a dog crate and go in cargo. I want to get out of here right now. I mean it.
Oh, Nickers, what's up? Have you had a bad week?
No, it's just that, I mean, just everything. Have you seen the news? Oh, my God.
No, thank you. Don't go there. Don't start.
Every day and every way, it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Exactly. I know. And it will get even more worse. Is that right? Or is it even, no. It will get worse, more worse still. Worse still.
More worser than you could possibly imagine.
It's no laughing matter, Nickers.
Laughing's all we've got left, Carol. It's all they've given us to comfort us through
it
this.
It is, and even that's going to be Russian soon.
Oh, my God. Oh. Meanwhile, in France, electricity and gas have only gone up by 4%, and you can shut up about it.
Yeah, that's right. I know. I can't help it. You know, if the stupid British hadn't sold off all their utilities to the French, you might be in a better position, but you're now subsidising us.
Exactly. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Margaret Thatcher. That woman still gets lionised by mouth-breathing morons who think that she's the best thing that ever happened to this country. She's absolutely positively the worst thing that's ever happened to this country. She sold our water, for God's sake.
She was the best thing that ever happened to this country.
Are you just taking a quote out of what I just said?
No.
Or do you actually believe that?
No, I do think that, actually.
Oh, sausages and dingleberries with cream on top. Are you kidding me? Right.
Well, exactly. Yeah, there you go. You do your speech, I pipe up, and then you say sausages and dingleberries. Anyway, you're only supposed to say sausages, dingleberries. I mean, I'm supposed to say sausages.
Well, I'm underlining it in capitals with 5 exclamation marks, and I'm not having a conversation with a Thatcher fan on the subject of Thatcher. No way, Jose. Not
well,
now,
shut up then about it. No, there is some people have been sending in suggestions for topics for sausages and thing. I noticed.
Yes. Dear Nickers and Gibbon, here is a list of subjects for sausages and dingleberries. 1. Summer holidays in the 1970s.
Yeah, that's good, I think.
Have we got somewhere to go with that?
Yeah, I think
legendary binge watches. Nah. Board games. What's what?
What does it mean, legendary binge watchers?
Watches. Like, I imagine it means TV programs that you binge watch.
Right. Yeah, possible, but...
No, pas possible.
Pas possible.
Board games. No. Best bands you've seen? No, I think we've trod that road plenty enough. Festivals back in the day. See bands above. Old money.
Oh, I like old money.
Lira, francs, etc. Well, maybe. I can't speak very long and fluently about it, but I have a thought. Your favourite item of clothing?
Well, yes, there's something in that as well, because, let's do that one. Let's do it now.
No, not now.
Well, because you've called sausages and dingleberries.
When you speak that high, only dogs can hear you, Carol.
Well, there aren't any dogs around.
So, your favourite item of clothing? Well, I haven't got one, really.
Well, you have. The one you wear every single day, the same thing.
Well, I've got multiple versions of the same thing, but I suppose that would be my favourite item of clothing. Sweatpants and or shorts, depending on the weather, and a sweatshirt.
You're a bit like a Simon Cowell, aren't you? You just wear the same thing all the time.
Oh my God!
Different versions.
Take that back.
No, I won't.
You evil, nasty witch.
That's not very nice either.
No, I'm not a nice person. Here, why is your side going up and down and my side isn't?
Well, it is here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guaranteed. I'm going up and down like big style, and you're going up and down like you're tiptoeing around. So you're not as loud, but I can't just turn you up, can I? I can't turn you up and...
I'll do it in post-edit.
Oh, you can do that, can you? Okay.
I can do anything, Carol.
All right, well, shut your mouth.
Just leave all the work to me. Oh, no, that's right. You already do.
Well, you don't like me doing it. How many times do we have to go over this? You don't like me. I picked all the problems out once and you just dismissed it.
See, it's your husband that I feel sorry for.
Oh, well, lucky he's not here then. He's still in France. It's just me. I just came back to do some work and then I went out last night. I went round the West End.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, I haven't been round the West End on a weekend night. I can't even remember the last time. Excuse me. Hang on.
Too many people, am I right?
Yeah, too many people, but that is good to see because everything is, buzzing again, and that's good.
Yeah, that is good, but too many.
But too many. And the thing is, I never liked being in the West End at the weekend anyway, and I never really used to go down the West End at the weekend. I used to go because I used to work in the West End. I used to go out Monday to Thursday, and then not go out on Friday and Saturday because it was so hellish, and then. Yes. It was back to that hell last night. I mean, I had a really good night, a really nice night. But, God, it was busy. You couldn't really walk in the street. There were so many people.
Yeah, and it probably is how it used to be before we all got locked up and got used to having our own space. And I would like some middle ground between what it was like when it was empty and what it's like now, because it just seems like we're all packed in a little bit too close for me.
Well, I suppose it's the West End, it's the weekend, that's it, isn't it? Lots of tourists I noticed as well, which is good. But then I got the tube home. Oh my God, it was like rush hour. Like people standing up and like crammed in. And it was, I don't know what time it was. It wasn't late. It was in about 10 o'clock or something because I started early. I went out at 4. Home at 10:30.
Well, I have a question about that.
What?
Where's my dinner?
Oh, well, I had to go out with my boss from the magazine last night, and that's the only night I could go out, and because I'm going back tomorrow.
I see.
So when I'm back and I'm here in London for a little bit longer, I promise I'll buy you dinner.
Oh, sure you do. Yeah.
Because I will. And we can have a lovely discussion about Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, my God. On different tables in a different restaurant in different towns.
Oh, my God. You really are a case.
So who was paying for the dinner?
She was, of course, because she's my boss and I write a column for her. So, yeah.
Right.
She paid, and it was nice. We ended up going to. Do you know Jay Sheeky's? Have you ever been to Sheeky's?
I have.
Yeah. Well, we weren't going there. We were going to this other little place called I don't know. It's called Giovanni's, I think. It was in Covent Garden, and we walked all the way there. Excuse me, and it was closed. So we were walking back, and we went past Sheeky's, and it was busy, but I walked in and said, "Can you give us a table?" And because I'm like on the telly, I think they gave us a table. I think if it hadn't have been me, if she'd gone in, they probably would have said, "No, sorry, madam, we're fully booked."
But that assumes that they actually recognise you off the telly.
Well, they do, because I've been in there before and I recognised the maitre d' there.
Oh, right. You made yourself memorable. I bet you did.
Well, the last time I went in there, I think it was with Mark, but the time before that, I was with her again, my boss. So I've been in there a few times and it's always the same people working in there. It's really good, actually. I really do like it. It's good food and really good service.
Well, it's okay. Last time I went there, I ordered tuna, which is a silly mistake. I keep ordering the wrong things in restaurants. So I've only myself, well, I could blame you, I suppose. Wouldn't get me anyway. But I ordered tuna, and there's not really much you can do with tuna. It just comes, wobbly and pink in the middle and a little seared on the outside. Except the way they served it to me was it was cooked, well done all the way through. So, yeah, I might as well have just bought a can of tuna for a 1/100th of the price. So I sent it back because it's a fish restaurant, people.
I know.
Jay Sheeky's is a fish restaurant. So how can they not know how to serve tuna? So I sent it back, all smiles, and said, this is a bit cooked through. Should it not be a bit pink in the middle? So after a brief pause, they came back with, I'm not exaggerating, it was almost 2-inch thick piece of tuna that was, they had shown it the heat, but not actually given it any. As though to teach me a lesson. How dare I send food back in their establishment? So they gave me the wobbliest, rawest piece of fish I've ever had in my life. I'm feeling kind of ill just thinking about it now.
When you have sushi, though, that's what it is, isn't it? It's just raw tuna, which is great, the sashimi.
But it's a thin slice of it, not a 2-inch thick wobbling tower of it.
Tuna is only good for niçoise salad.
Yeah, I'm never going to order it again, not in a restaurant. And here's another thing I'm never going to order again, because it's my birthday. It's just been my birthday recently, Carol. Thanks. I
know. I sent you a message. Don't look, I did.
And so I've been going out to eat a few times, and I thought, I've never had bone marrow. So I'm going to dive right in. I'm going to have a bone marrow starter and a bone marrow pie. Ugh.
What kind of idiot orders a starter of something you've never had before and a main course? I mean, knickers.
Me, I do that. It was, oh God, it was horrible. It's like this gelatinous, here I go with the jelly again, this sort of wobbling bits of fat, and they kind of stick to your teeth and in between your teeth. And even now I can still kind of taste it. Ugh, it was awful.
It's not my favourite. It's good for you, though. It's really good for you.
I doubt it.
Well, it is. My friend used to eat it all the time. She just absolutely loved it. But then she really liked this thing that you get in France called andouillettes, right? Have I told you about andouillettes before?
Isn't that French for matches?
No, that's allume something, isn't it?
Your friend eats matches. Well, that's just weird.
No, she eats andouillettes. And actually, Rick Stein, I was watching something with Rick Stein in the other day, and he was going on about it and how delicious he thought it was.
Well, please, what does Rick Stein know about food?
Yeah, exactly. And we ordered it by mistake once. Well, Mark ordered it by mistake because on the menu, all it said was giant sausage, right? And that's Mark all over. It's like anything for a giant sausage. So we ordered it. And it was in, I think we were in Paris at the time, and it was really expensive. It was like 25 euros or something like that. And I said, well, that better be a giant sausage, because if it isn't, you're eating it. You're eating whatever it is. And it turned up, and he started eating it. And they could see on his face there was like something wrong. And he went, this doesn't taste very good. And he said, I went, no, you're eating it. It's 25 euros. I don't care. Eat it. And then he said, no, taste it. Honestly, he said, I think it's not right. So I tasted it. Oh, my God. It was so disgusting. I've never smelled anything so revolting on a dinner plate before in my life. Anyway, we Googled it, and it turns out it's made out of pig's ass. Oh, I'm not making that up. You can Google it. Andouillette, right? And it's pig's bum and innards, and that's it. And they can't clean it 100%. The French love it. They love it. It's a delicacy there. It's unbelievable. It's so disgusting. I could never even smell it. And it's not, have you ever heard of durian fruit like you get in Asia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that stinks. You can smell it like from 100 feet. Really, seriously, it's bad. Even if it's not been cut open, you can smell it. It's a horrible smell. But everybody says, well, if you can get past the smell, the taste is absolutely delicious, right? But I couldn't get past the smell, not in a million years. But it's the same with andouillette. That's what they say. If you can get past the smell and eat it, it's absolutely divine. But I'm not willing to try it.
Yeah. And I know that Carol just said, dear listener, Google it, but please do not Google dirty pig's asshole.
No, it's the sausage. It's food. They do it in like the Christmas markets in France, all over the place. They cook them all up.
For Jesus' birthday, is that appropriate? I don't think so.
Yeah, well, people love it. That's why they do it. I mean, I don't understand it. Every butcher you go to, there's like, there they are, just looking at you. They even sell them in Lidl's.
No, you know what? I've decided from now on, when I go to a restaurant, I'm just going to order boring. I'm going to order the chicken or the fish. I don't want to fanny around with it. I don't want it on like a bed of aspic or any of that stuff. I want proper food that I would cook myself, but just better than I would cook it myself.
Well, there you go. You see, you've learnt your lesson. How old are you?
Shut up.
No, I know. I'd never go into a restaurant and order anything I haven't had before because I just don't want to waste it. I can't bear wasting food. I can't take it. I have to order something I know I like. I had mussels last night. Blimey, they were good. They were fat.
Oh, see, there's another thing. I can't be bothered to fight with food. If it like lobster or mussels or fish on the bone or anything like that, I want baby food. I want it. I want it pureed, and I want somebody to feed it to me on a spoon.
Really, you need help.
Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to take your time. You don't have to wolf everything down. Mark doesn't like things like that either because he can't eat it quick enough.
Completely correct in every respect.
Well, that's why I like pistachio nuts, because they take ages to eat. If you get a packet of peanuts, you can eat them in 60 seconds. But if you've got pistachio nuts, they take ages to eat. And it's nice to sort of, make them last, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's yes, quite. But a pistachio isn't an animal. You don't have to avoid its innards.
Well, yeah, I know. But you're eating it. Anyway, what's the difference? What's the difference if it comes with its bits or not? You're still going to eat it, aren't you?
Do you have to say bits?
Well, that's what they are, aren't they? Like, the bones and the shells and the the poo bits you get out the prawns.
You see, I like prawns a lot, but I hesitate to order them in a restaurant because I know they're going to come with all their feelers and their jacket on. You've got to prise it out, and you want to use your fingers, but you can't because it's too messy. And no.
Well, you have to use your fingers. That's the point. That is the point. That's why they bring you a finger bowl with a bit of lemon in it.
Oh, that tastes lovely.
No, to wash your hands with after. It's all part of the ritual of eating, isn't it? And oh God, you're just like Ma. You really are. It's like, oh no, I don't want them. I can't be bothered to peel them.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't heard what your favourite item of clothing is. As you chose that topic out of that list, you have to tell us.
Right. Well, I've just had a big, massive clear out right here in the flat because it's. What was that?
What was that?
I beat you to it. Yeah, because it's a very, very small flat, and I've been accumulating things, and the wardrobe's just stuffed, and I can't see anything. Blech. So I've just had a massive, massive clear out, and I've got a couple of things which I don't even know how long I've had them. Right, probably 30 odd years, maybe. Like a skirt I've got that I bought in Newlet was £5. And it's 30 odd years, and I just absolutely love it. It's suede, it's filthy, but it's just it's suede.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Suede.
Oh, I thought you said wave.
No, you can wave if you like. I'm over here. Hello. Why is it that people are the only mode of transport that you wave to complete strangers on is a boat? What's that about?
Is it? I thought people waved from the top of open top buses.
Not really, because you might get stopped at the next lights and whoever you waved at might take offence and board the bus. They'd have to really want to remonstrate with you to swim to where you are.
Do they? I don't know. I've never noticed that everybody waves on boats, do they?
Are you kidding me? Like you go you go from anywhere on a boat, up a river particularly. I mean, not in the middle of the sea because you can't see anyone. You'd be waving to the horizon. But, if you're on a slow-moving boat, you just have to. It's difficult not to wave to somebody on the bank. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I've not really noticed it.
I was on one of those like afternoon river cruises, gentle cruises down the Thames many summers ago, and people were there were some kids on the bank, and they were waving, and I thought, this everybody on the boat apart from us was an old lady. There was like a group of old ladies who were having a nice sunny afternoon out on the River Thames, very slow, casual, and relaxing. And these teenage lads on the bank were waving at us, and I thought, something's going to happen.
You picked the wrong guy there.
These old ladies, they got their attention, and they were all waving back. And I thought, well, you probably don't want to do that. And my instinct was kicking in. And as one, the lads turned around, dropped their trousers, and smacked their bums.
Oh, I love that. That's funny. That makes me laugh. I'm up for that.
I knew something was coming, but I didn't know it was going to be that.
What did the old women do? Did they go?
They chuckled. He chuckled and looked the other way.
Oh, bless them. That's quite funny. So that's probably because you didn't wave at them.
Well, bottoms are funny. That's how it cannot possibly be the first time they've done that. It looked like get the attention of everyone on the boat first, then.
Yeah. We were talking about that yesterday on the show on Loose Women, and we were talking about the first. bums.
Oh.
not bums in that. We were actually talking about the first time we were on TV, because we had this guest on and we showed an advert that he was in, which was something to do with peanut butter from about 30 odd years ago, and he was just like a little kid. Anyway, so we got talking about when was the first time you were on TV, and like the first time I was on TV was when I was in a wine bar in Victoria, in Buckingham Palace Road, and it was quite near a hotel that's quite popular with the royals. And I can't remember what it's called now. I remembered yesterday.
The Goring.
No, the Rubens Hotel, actually. They do like the Goring, but the Rubens in Buckingham Palace Road is another favourite. Anyway, we were in this wine bar, which was like 2 doors down from the hotel, and there were all these news crews hanging about outside the hotel. Obviously, there was a royal in there. We didn't know who it was. And all the journalists were all like talking live to the cameras and everything else, and the camera was pointing in the direction of the wine bar. So we were all standing out there going, oh, wonder who it is. And we thought, well, wouldn't it be great if we were all on TV? And they went, yeah, let's all get on TV. So I turned around, bent over and pulled my pants down. And it was on the news. My mum saw it.
Oh, my God. The start of a great career.
Honestly, that is the first time I appeared on television. And that's totally true. That's in my book. I wrote about that a long, long time ago. So it's not a lie. I didn't make it up. So, I'm up for that. I used to do it all the time. I did it once when I was at an awards do. Flashed me arse. And it basically turned Loose Women went viral because of it, because it got so much publicity. Unbelievable. Do you want me to send you a screenshot of it, Nickers?
Oh, wow. Let me think about that for a minute. No.
I thought you might say that.
Yeah. Dear Nick and Carol, for the longest time, I've heard on LBC that there is a weekly podcast called The Whole Show, which is Nick Abbott's normal Friday and Saturday night show with the ads and the news stripped out, so it'll take less time to listen to. I'll use less electricity, and therefore I won't have to burn my mother-in-law this winter to stay warm. However, to my surprise, when listening to this podcast, my listening pleasure was interrupted with ads which seem to have infiltrated my listening pleasure. How do you suggest I raise my displeasure with the creator of this usual weekly pleasure? Lots of love, says Gavin, sent from a hot tub in the Scottish Highlands.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, it does sound nice. I mean, ordinarily, I would not go in a hot tub. But if you had a hot tub with a view of the Scottish Highlands, I think I'd make an exception.
Yeah, exactly, Nickers. Me too. I completely agree with that. Weird, isn't it? Because normally I wouldn't get in one of those things. They're germ-infested horrors.
It's like a human soup. Ugh.
Ugh, yeah, exactly. Why did you leave the adverts in then?
Well, I didn't leave the adverts in. We take all of the adverts out and then we put just a couple in to cover the cost of doing the podcast. So normally on air, I'll go away for 3 minutes, sometimes longer than that. But on the podcast, there's, like a few 30-second adverts here and there in a 2-hour 20 podcast. So that's okay, isn't it?
Well, I suppose, but you can't sell it then. That's like the what's it act? With your trade descriptions, because you're saying we take all the adverts out and blah 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 blah, but there are ads in it, so you need to change your pitch.
No. We do take the ads out and then we put a few other ones in.
Yeah, but you don't say that when you're trying to sell it to people. You don't say it. You don't say that. I didn't know that. I assumed it was just a podcast with no ads in it.
Yeah, no. Well, we take the ads out and then we put a couple back in. Well, I don't. Got nothing to do with me. It's free, for crying out loud. You want to pay for it? No, so shut up.
All right, don't start on him, poor bloke. Poor Gavin. He's just saying he likes your podcast, but you are mis-selling it. You are. That's the fact.
Hi, Nick and Carol. I've recently discovered your show. It's great. It reminds me of Derek and Clive Live, but without the filth. Oh, I think we could provide some filth. Carol,
we can fix that. Yes.
Here's one. How does the brilliant Ms. Liz Truss explain the fifth largest economy in the world that the Tories brag on about so much has been created by the laziest workers in the world? That's a good one. Please explain that to me. At a glance to adult like me, it seems nonsense, says Grace and Peace. Oh, no, Grace and Peace, says Eric. Yeah, Liz Truss, explain that, I double dare you.
What do you mean? What is he saying?
We are, so they keep saying, the fifth largest economy in the world. But Liz Truss authored a book which said her and Dominic Raab and I think Priti Patel and, that gruesome cast of characters that are running the show at the moment, they authored a book called Britannia Unchained, which called us the laziest workers in the world. Bone idle, lazy, I think was the phrase, something like that.
Well, there might be some truth in that.
Oh, shut up.
Well, there might be.
But there isn't.
Well, there might be.
But there isn't.
Well, why are there so many people unemployed when there's so many jobs available at the moment? Explain that to me.
Well, sausages and dingleberries, but that is misinformation, Carol. There are not a lot of people unemployed. We do not have a large unemployment problem in this country. In fact, we have record employment. So that is totally wrong.
But there are still a lot of people not employed on benefits, and there are still a lot of jobs to be taken. So how does that work? Sausages and dingleberries.
Yeah. God.
We ain't got another topic.
We've got loads of topics. Here you are. Summer holidays in the 1970s.
Summer holidays in the 1970s. The school holidays. Yeah, I was at school in the 70s. Well, no, we weren't.
That's not what I thought they meant. I just thought they meant, okay, school holidays is one thing. But summer holidays where you go actually on holiday to somewhere, that's another.
Oh, right. Well, that's no good then, because I didn't ever go on a holiday. We couldn't afford it. I don't think I had a holiday. I had one holiday in the 1970s abroad, and that was paid for by the people I babysat for, and they took me to Mallorca.
Oh, yeah. Well, I went to Mallorca as a child, and it was the thing I remember most about it was hot chocolate. The bar in the evening served hot chocolate, which I think it could possibly have been the first time I ever had it, or certainly the first time I could just go up to a bar and order it. As I must have been like 10 or something like that. That was the most memorable thing about that, hot chocolate.
What, Mallorca?
Yeah.
Hot chocolate? It's not really famous for its hot chocolate.
I don't remember anything else about it. There was a beach. I remember I think the first holiday abroad I ever had was in France.
Oh, yeah.
Because me and my brother, we were tasked to repair down to the chap who came around from the baker in a little van, and he used to park in the street. People used to go up and say, well, I used to go up and say, un baguette et deux croissants, s'il vous plaît.
Did you say it like that?
Yeah, and I've retained my mastery of the French language to this day.
What? And that's it? That's your mastery of the French language?
Yeah.
Did he understand you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I was completely successful in my task, and it was great. But now here I am talking about French bread again.
Oh, I know. Oh, my God. I miss it. And I've only been here 3 days. Mind you, the bread in Sheiky's last night was pretty good, I have to say. It was quite French, actually, and I was dipping it in my mussel juice. Ooh, it was good. Anyway, summer holidays. I didn't have it. That's all I had. That was it, and it was only for a week in Majorca, in Santa Ponza, near Magla. Didn't you go to
Butlins or anything like that?
Well, I think that wasn't the 70s. I think I went there when I was 9. We went to Pontins.
Pontins, right. Yeah, we went to Butlins and were woken up in what seemed like the very, very early morning by girls screaming on the roller coaster.
Oh.
It's like they must have leapt out of bed first thing in the morning and gone to queue. But there weren't really any queues. It was Butlins. You go on anytime you like. But they were there, 8 o'clock in the morning.
That was a very good scream like a girl, Nicholas. Have you done that before?
Loads of times.
Well, actually, yeah, I forgot. I did go to Butlins in 1974. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Butlins Bognor Regis we went to.
Yeah.
And I went with my friend, Pauline, and her mum and dad. And I was 14. I think it was the first time I had an alcoholic drink. And it was in the Pig and Whistle. They always had pig and whistles, didn't they? The Butlins camps, the bars.
I mean, when I went, I was probably like 7 or something. I was way too young to go to the pub.
Oh, well, so was I. I was only 14. I wasn't 18, was I? And we went in there and we started drinking port and lemon. And it was like really sweet. And that's why we were drinking it. And we had a few. And it was so funny. We couldn't stop laughing because we'd never been drunk before. And it was like we went in one of the photo booths, like you get your passport picture, and we took photos. We took photos of ourselves
of your bum.
No, just of us drunk, looking drunk, and I've still got those pictures. And in fact, they're in my book as well. And I look really, really drunk. I was only 14. We were so naughty on that holiday. And we were like trying to get off with all the waiters in the restaurant and everything. Terrible behaviour.
Shocking.
Well, do you remember that in the restaurant, if they dropped a plate or something, everybody got up and cheered? Do you remember that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's just school behaviour, isn't it? If somebody drops a plate in school, everyone cheers.
Oh, do they? Oh, I don't know. I never heard that in school, but they did it at Butlins. Which Butlins did you go to? The one in Wales?
I can't remember. I really don't know. I don't think so. It might have been the one that you went to.
Bognor Regis, yeah.
Maybe,
or was it Minehead, maybe?
Not a clue. I do not know. All I know is that I've got the souvenir that I've got is, you remember they used to put photographs in a keychain? Used to be like a sort of a 2-inch long thing that you look through and you held it up to the light and you could see a photograph.
Yeah. You still got that?
Yeah, I've still got that. Me sitting on a clown's knee.
On a what knee?
I did not look a clown's knee.
Oh, a clown's. I thought you said clams on a clown.
I did not look amused.
Well, who would be amused by a clown? They're the unfunniest things in the world. I don't blame you, Nicholas. People who have phobias of clowns, don't they?
That is weird. I mean, that is a weird thing to have a phobia about. But it seems to be quite common because there's so many franchise movies based around the fear of clowns.
That is true, actually. I first fell in love, I think, actually, at Butlins, at Bognor Regis in 1974. And it was a guy called Pete, and I've got this little tattoo on my wrist, and I was so in love with him. Like I saw him for like one night, and then the next night he just ignored me. And I went to sit by the swimming pool, and I was sitting there crying. And and while Jimmy Ruffin was playing "What Becomes of the Broken Hearted," and every time I hear that song now, I think of Pete. And when I got back to Maidstone, where I lived, I went down the park with some Indian ink and a needle and tattooed a P on my wrist. What an idiot! I did.
You'd have been better off tattooing "What an idiot."
Well, I was an idiot. I am an idiot. But the only reason I was in love with him was because he was a spitting image of David Bowie. That was it. And I've got a picture of him, actually, because, Polaroid cameras were quite big back then, weren't they?
Yeah.
And I've got a little Polaroid picture of him. And he does actually, he had his hair like, David Bowie had in the 70s, the Aladdin Sane period.
Right.
And he really did look like him. And I thought, oh, this is it. I want to be with David Bowie. And I was crying. What a drama. I mean, aren't you stupid when you're young, like a young teenager?
And you were 14?
Yeah, 14.
God, you were out of control.
I was naughty. I was bad.
Well, you'll get no argument from me.
No, I know it wasn't big and it wasn't clever, but it was 40, 50 years ago now, nearly 50 years ago. So I'm not going to sit here and go, sorry.
Is that tattoo still there?
Yeah, but I don't know, about 25 years ago, I was in Folkestone. I had it covered up with, I think it's supposed to be a butterfly or a bird, but it just looks like a blob. But it's under my watch, so you never see it. No one ever sees it, except for when I'm doing like photo shoots for magazines, and they always make me take it off, take my watch off, because they don't want people to see what time it is. Stupid. Anyway, and then you see this. I know.
Sure that's why they don't want people to see what time it is.
Well, I don't know, but why? When you have do a photo shoot, why do they always make you take your watch off?
Isn't that because they want a watch manufacturer to pay for advertising rather than give it to them for free?
No, I don't think it's even that. I don't know what it is. Why? It doesn't make any sense. So, so every photo that you see in a magazine of me, you can see this stupid blob on my wrist. It makes me look like a right twat.
Okay, then. If you say so. Dear Nick and Carol, I have a problem with football captains. They do all compared to cricket captains. Cricket captains actually have to make proper decisions. Whereas the overpaid football tossers get shouted at from the sideline by a mouthy, red-faced manager, but they do get to wear, spelt wrong, a little armband to make them feel important. Apart from that, I'm okay, thank you, says Simon.
Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Cricket captains, they just stand there wearing other people's jumpers. What's that about?
I know, and raising their arm.
So boring. I don't know why. I cannot imagine why cricket ever caught on. It's just so dull. Nothing happens.
But also, it's impossible to understand.
Yeah. I mean, I've not attempted to try. I've not tried, would be a shorter way of saying that.
But that's odd, Nickers, because you look like someone who would like cricket.
What? I mean, what?
You do. You look like someone who would like cricket.
What does that mean?
Well, people who like cricket, they're the same people who like real ale, and they're the same people who have old cars, and it's like you. That's you. The way you look.
I'm not that keen on real ale. My choice would be lager. There's a new lager that's come out, and every time I'm out, I want a pint of that, and it's great. It comes in a glass with all multicolored skulls. I don't know why you would sell people an alcoholic drink based on and advertising it with skulls. What is it with skulls? They're everywhere. But anyway, and no, so I'm not really a real ale, and I don't like cricket. And the only reason I've got an old car is because I haven't been asked to sell it yet. So you can shut up.
Well, you haven't been asked to sell it yet. You're going to be told to sell it pretty soon. You won't be able to have it. You won't be allowed to have old cars, especially in London.
Well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't go anywhere. It just sits under a car cover. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, I always when I see you, you're always wearing a jumper, and that's what cricket fans wear. It's like, why do you have to dress like the people you're watching when you go to watch a sport? Do you know what I mean by that? Like when you go to watch football, why do you have to dress like the people who are playing the sport on the field? Why do you have to put that top on? Why? And when you go to cricket, why do you have to wear a jumper? It's like, you don't need to do that. Just wear clothes. Like when you go and watch golf, people dress to go and watch golf because you're on a golf course, so they've got to dress in stupid clothes. And shooting, same thing. Just mad. Right.
Just don't say golf anymore, because that just sounded weird. You're just spitting out the word golf.
Well, I hate it. I hate golf. Am I saying it wrong? Is it? Are you having a go at my pronunciation again?
Oh. Right. Hi, Nick and Carol. It's Igley from Swansea again. First, I hope that Nick enjoyed his Amadei chocolate spread. Oh, I got it yesterday.
Ooh,
Thank you very much. Igley. Oh, so yummy. Amadei Porcelana is the world's best chocolate without exception.
Hang on, what? Someone sent you some chocolate spread in the post and you've eaten it?
Well, it came directly from, the manufacturer, not the manufacturer, but the retailer. People send stuff from Amazon and online stores like directly to me. That's why. Plus, it had sealed.
Oh, well, that's nice, isn't it? Lucky you.
Extremely nice. Yeah, very lucky me. Because that stuff's not cheap. There it goes on. We're so keen to know if Carol actually managed to sell her CDs. And if so, was Nick's bid higher or lower? Thanks for keeping us sane. Brackets joking. So many people call me up there and tell me that they're grateful that I'm keeping them sane. I mean, it just happens all the time. I'm making them stop saying it now.
Yeah, too much pressure. Yeah, no, I didn't sell my CD collection. I gave it to my brother to look after.
Right. I thought you gave it to him to sell.
No, he ain't sold it. I'm not selling it anymore because it's illegal, because I've got it all stored on my computer.
It's illegal?
Well, yeah, because you said that. You told me that. You said that if you have all those songs on your computer downloaded from CDs and then you pass them on to someone else, legally you can't keep them on your computer. That's right, isn't it?
I don't believe I've ever said that. Is that right?
Well, someone told me. Yeah, you told me that. Or someone told me that. Yeah. Because it's copyright, isn't it?
Well, you'd actually pay attention to that, would you?
No, I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it on air, just in case, the copyright people are listening. Of course not. No, my brother will sell them when he's copied them himself as well.
Oh, no. He's just joking, everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm only joking. Don't worry.
Here's what I think. I went to see Top Gun, the new one. And it's just come out on Sky, but to buy, not to rent. You've got to buy it, and it's like £13-14, something like that. But I think that as I've already bought it, as I've already paid money to go to the cinema to see it, then I should be able to see it in any blooming format I like for no extra outlay. I mean, how much money does Tom Cruise actually need?
Well, you will be able to soon, because in about a year's time it'll be on telly somewhere for free, won't it? Not
a year, but it'll take way longer than that, I bet you.
Well, it might be on a streaming service for free or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's not free though. You've got to pay for it. You've got to pay for the service.
Oh,
I'm just saying that if I already paid for something, why have I got to pay for it again?
Yeah, no, I agree. There are so many things these days that you pay for twice. You just pay for things twice all the time.
Right. Yes. Dear Nick, dear Rick and Harold, please help. I am most distressed. I am currently looking for somewhere to live, but I can't help but get endlessly pissed off by the ridiculous manner in which agents advertise property. For example, quotes, this stunning box room offers plenty of space for 2 working kings to breathe, while offering a picture-perfect view of the local drunken fry-up. Book an appointment ASAP at £1,500 a week. This deal will be gone quicker than you can say happiness. I'm sick of it. Please help, says me. Not me, but that's how they signed off. Yeah. Estate agent descriptions. And there's one phrase which 90% of the properties that they are selling are sold by, and it always starts, this stunning shed, or whatever it is they're trying to sell. It's always this stunning, regardless of how ordinary and dull it actually is.
Do you think that they have like a manual that has the language that they need to use in it? I bet they do, because you're right. they just talk shit all the time. Whatever you look at. I mean, some of the houses, when we were looking to buy our house down in France, I mean, even there, just rubbish.
What's this stunning in French?
Oh no, it doesn't say that, but it used to say things like recently renovated, and you go in there and you could tell it hadn't been touched since the 1800s. It was unbelievable. Recently renovated is a big thing, but they weren't. I mean, oops.
What's that?
It's my phone. Hang on, I've just got to answer it. Do you mind?
Yes. That won't make a difference, will it?
Hang on. Oh, he's gone. No, it's my brother. It wasn't Mark. I'm meeting him. I'm supposed to be meeting him. I'm not there, am I?
Where are you going?
Down Camden Town.
Oh, no, you don't want to do that.
No, I know I don't. I know I had the crowds last night in the West End, and now I'm going to Camden on the Saturday. But horrible. I don't see him very often, and he's come up to London, so I'm going to go and meet him.
And he's waiting for you on his own in Camden Town?
No, he's with his bird.
Oh.
I mean, his missus, you know.
Right. Good job I didn't say that, eh?
What? His bird?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know I probably shouldn't use that sort of language. No, yeah, there's two of them, so it's fine. I'll just text him in a minute. Yeah. Don't worry, Nicholas.
But yeah, estate agents, they all do sort of talk, they certainly describe buildings in the same way, regardless of where they are or what it is they're describing. And I think that sort of is true with many occupations, like police persons. They always speak, it was proceeding in a northerly direction. They all talk like that.
No, Nicholas, they haven't spoken like that since the 1960s and the Dixon of Dock Green. No policeman speaks like that.
I'm not sure that's true, because I've spoken to quite a few of them on the air. You know, some outrage will have occurred and we have a police person on. And they're all like, well, I was speaking to the appellant and we was walking in a southerly direction.
They don't speak like that. Where are these people? Are they comedy policemen? Are they like at a fancy dress party or something? Because they don't speak like that. They just speak like people. Right.
I must have got that wrong then.
Yeah, they do, because I watch a lot of videos with coppers in them.
Hey?
Proper, real videos, not the Sweeney.
You watch videos with coppers in them?
Well, yeah, sometimes on YouTube, I watch people getting harassed by the police, and they don't speak like that. They don't speak like that. They really don't.
What do you do in your spare time? Oh, I watch videos of people getting harassed by the police.
Well, I mean, I don't search for people being harassed by the police. There are things that are happening where people are getting wrongly arrested or whatever, and it's just sometimes I watch them. They bring them to my attention, so I watch them. Yeah, so they don't speak like Dixon of Dock Green. They really don't.
I watch cute videos of puppy dogs and pussycats.
No, you don't. Oh, there are some good ones on there. You don't have Instagram, do you?
No. I mentioned. Did I mention this last week? Some bloke. I did. Like a good old boy stops his car because there's a little kitten in the road. It's so tiny, and he picks it up in his hand. It's about the size of the palm of his hand.
Yeah.
And then he gets the phone pans up, and without exaggeration, a dozen similar tiny little cats come bounding out of the long grass and then sit at his feet. Oh,
I know. That was in the Mail Online, though, that video, wasn't it? And I did see it in the end. And it was
everything is on the Mail Online.
Do you know what? I haven't looked at the Mail Online once this week. I just can't. I can't face it. Not once. Not because it's such a waste of time. It's like Twitter. You get on it and you're still on it like half an hour later. Oh,
yeah, half an hour? Are you kidding me? 3 hours, 3.5 hours later.
Well, you have to look at it though, because for your work, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, so should I, really.
Whoops.
yeah, whoops, because there's so much. I should be doing preparation so I know what's going on in the world when I go and do a talk show on TV that usually talks about topical stuff. But no, I wait to find out what they want to talk about and then I'll look it up. But I can't do that scrolling thing anymore. I can't. No. I'm losing the will to live.
You do targeted research.
That's a very good way of putting it, Nickers.
As opposed to can't be asked to actually do my job, so to wait to the very last minute and just busk it. Targeted research, that's what that's called, Carol.
Well, yeah, sometimes you do have to wing it.
Carol, I've been winging it my whole life.
Yeah, actually, we both have. It's like, look at what when I think about where we are and what we've done and what we've done to get there, it's pathetic. We just wing it all the time. It's great, isn't it? I love winging it. Yeah. Winging it. It's good time.
I much prefer winging it to working it.
Yeah. No, exactly. No, you do a lot of prep for your show, though. I know you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. But I come in with a lot of prep, like 20, maybe sometimes 30 pages of scripts on topics that most of the time they never come up, and I just throw 90% of it away. But I much prefer when I sit down and then the show goes in a completely different way to anything that I'd previously thought of, and I just make it up on the spot. That's what I prefer to do. Making it up on the spot.
A bit like this podcast.
Yes, exactly. This is making it up on the spot, which is way better than actually sitting down for 4 hours and writing it out and doing work and then doing the podcast. Just come in with. This is a tip for everybody. You want to approach your work with, like me and Carol do, with a completely empty head. And that's it.
That is so
the next episode will get squirted up your life on Mondays as though by magic. Yeah, what do you do?
Oh, well, I've been non-stop this week. I've been working like a dog. I've been doing loose women, and that's on every day. 12:30 on ITV, and I'm on it not this week, but next week again, Thursday and Friday. And I write a column for Best Magazine, which is a magazine that's available in all the best newsagents and all the best supermarkets, and it's out now. And this week's column is about something I can't remember because my head's empty.
Is it me?
No, it's not about you. No, I can't actually remember. What do you do, Nickers?
Oh, thanks for asking. I do 2 other podcasts apart from this one. One is called The Nick Abbot Habit, which are clips from old shows that I put together with my own sticky fingers. And that comes out on Monday as well. It's a half an hour of concentrated amusement. And the other one is the Whole Show podcast. Carol, we take the news and the ads out and then add a few ads back in again.
And then what?
Which means that it takes less time to listen to. You'll use less electricity. And by this time next year, when your fuel bill arrives, you'll still have to rub 2 pensioners together to get a spark to set fire to your furniture to stay warm.
That's good. That's good. That's nearly as good as setting fire to your mother-in-law to keep warm.
Yeah. And that comes out on Mondays as well. Wow, Mondays is a red letter day around our place, eh, Carol?
Well, it gives people something to look forward to because most people don't like Mondays.
Well, I don't like the Boomtown Rats, but that has nothing to do with it.
No, I hate the Boomtown Rats and I hate Bob Geldof. Ugh.
Well, that's just fair comment.